welcome to my channel. My name is Nyla. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Ireland. And basically on my channel I'm gonna have anything, the most random stuff. I'm gonna have, makeup and hair and fashion, and I'm gonna have hopefully lots to talk about and just do some like chat videos, chatting with you guys. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get straight into my first video. So I'm just gonna go straight in with talking about sexuality. Well, first of all, I'll tell you about my story and my sexuality. It was about a year and a half ago. I actually came out as bisexual. Now, a lot of my friends were like, oh, big shock, like not really. But yeah, that's when like my family found out, and yeah, they were really accepting. But since then, I kind of like taught about the whole like labeling, and I learned a lot more about pansexuality, and basically I found that I kind of related to it more. It's just more of an open kind of label. It's like, it doesn't matter about gender, or you don't love anyone more than the other. It's just all about like the inside. You kind of like, you could love a man, you could love a woman, you could love anyone. It just kind of is more, you love who you love, you fall for who you fall for. And I just think that's just really nice. Gender isn't a component at all in it. So yeah, I did find myself relating to that a lot more. So I'm kind of just like in between bi, pan. I just don't really have a label. I just feel how I feel. So I kind of started to realise that there was something. Well, actually, when I was very young, like I'm talking 9, 10, I would always like, if there was like, if I seen, like I was watching a TV show, I was always the girl, and I was kind of always like, oh, I wish I was like her. Oh my god, she's deadly, she's so pretty, blah blah. And then as I got older, I kind of realised I'm not like, when I look at girls and I was like, oh my god, she's so pretty, I want to be her, kind of thing. And like everyone that age kind of like, oh, I wish I looked like her, I wish I kind of looked like her, and I started to realise that it had kind of always been more, I would like to be with her rather than be her. So that's when I started being like, oh wait, what's up here? And I kind of like, from there the feelings started getting a little bit more stronger when I was like 13, 14, and that's when I realised, I was kind of like, oh, I get this now, this makes more sense. And I kind of talked to a friend about it, and she kind of like helped out a bit and talked to me about it. And then I was able to talk to a lot of people about it, and they were actually really accepting. Like not one of my friends like batted an eyelid at the fact that I was kind of worried for that whole like, I know a lot of people experience this whole, oh, like we can't get changed in the same room anymore, we can't like share the same bed at a sleepover, I don't want to sleep in the same bed as you, like just because I am attracted to girls, like but yeah, my friends actually didn't bat an eyelid, they accepted it, they're so cool, I love them so much, and yeah, they loved me. Doesn't make a difference to them, and same with my family, they love me either way, doesn't really matter to them, my sexual orientation. So I was really lucky in that sense, because I know it's so hard for so much people, their parents aren't accepting or their friends aren't accepting, they lose friends, they lose family, and it's just so shitty for them. But yeah, I do think that we could change that big time with a lot more education for the generation now to stop this happening again. We need this generation to be super accepting, so that when we have kids, it's just not even a thing. I don't even think it should be a thing. I don't think there should be straight and gay, but I think everyone should just go for what they want, no labels, just go for it. So I'm just going to kind of talk about a few things that are just bi or pan girls have to deal with. on a regular basis. So first I'm just going to get into convincing people you're actually not straight. So that is such a big thing, unfortunately. But it's because a few years ago, it was like, if you came out, it was like, oh, she's gay, oh my god. Ugh. But now, so quickly, it's just become like, oh my god, that's so cool, she came out, she's bi, she's pan, oh my god, like, go her. But it's gone, like, so accepting that everyone feels they can come out, like, and that's, it should be such a good thing. But
I was just having a stare down with a crow, so yeah, excuse that.
it should be such a good thing. But it's just like, girls are like, oh, like, there's so much people coming out, and guys are like, there's so much people coming out that, oh, you know, she's only saying that because it's trendy. Like, what? Sorry, going past. But it's because she's only saying that because she wants to be trendy and she wants to be, you know, popular. She wants to be this and she wants to be that. Like, no, like, maybe there is some girls doing that, and you know what? Each their own. I don't care. Say what you want. But if someone comes to you, goes out and says publicly like, I'm bi or I'm pan, just go with it. Don't be like, no you're not, no you're not, no, no, because it's so annoying and so frustrating. Like, I am, like, and then you're kind of like, you know, I fancy girls, and they're like, yeah, sure, but like, you just need to be so like, oof. Like, when I came out, I kind of felt like, well, shit, I'm gonna have to get straight into a relationship with a girl. It's like, because I've just come out and now people are expecting me to get with a girl, and if I don't, like, my label will be gone. I won't be bi anymore. And people won't accept my sexuality. But like, that is just, like, no one should actually feel like that. Like, oh, I have to get with a girl now, I have to. Or if a guy comes out, you shouldn't be like, I have to get with a guy now, I have to. Like, get with who you want to, like. And even about the labeling thing, like, just forget labels, just forget everything. Like, just go after who you want to go after. If you fall for a guy or you fall for a girl, just go for it. Just go for it. There's girls who come out and they never will get with a girl. Like, they'll end up getting married to a man and they'll live their life with this man. And then people are like, oh, well, she's not bi anymore, she's straight because she married a guy. Just because she is in a relationship with a guy or she has just married a guy does not mean, oh, well, she's straight now. That just doesn't make sense. Like, you could be dating a guy your whole life, but that doesn't mean you're not attracted to girls, and it's the other way around. Like what do we have to do to convince you? Also, I want to talk about over sexualizing. Oh, that is such a big thing. Every night out, if a girl gets with a girl, there is going to be, oh my god, look at that, lads, come on, go over, blah blah blah. The whole like shouting, catcalling, it's just, no, like, why? Like, it's just creepy. It's just weird. Like, you're actually making yourself look like a weirdo. And the whole like coming over when, you know, two girls are together and being like, will you kiss her? Like, no, no, why? Like, why do you need to do that? But yeah, it's so frustrating. So yeah, you know, guys, please just don't do that. Just don't. So I also want to talk about representation in school. Now, I'm lucky enough, in my school there is an LGBT club that is held once a week, and I think that is such a great thing to have. But like, during class, like, there is no, and I know this, I can say this for a lot of schools, there is no like kind of like talking about LGBTQ, and even in sex ed there is no like talking about kind of LGBTQ plus, basically. I feel like there should be a lot more of educating going on, even for the straight students, because I think that a reason there is still a slight like stigma and still a little bit of homophobia phobia is because of the fact they're not educated. They don't get so much students, straight students and just straight people in general, they don't understand it. And I feel like if they did understand stuff and they were taught about people in LGBTQ, they would understand more. Like, I feel like there needs to be so much more discussion about being transgender, about being gay, about being bi, just all of it. I think there needs to be so much more education.
The video just like kind of cut out there, so yeah, sorry about that.
Also, I want to talk about the lack of representation in like the media. So in movies and programs, I feel like there's not as much comfortable. There's not as much representation. I think there is a growing representation for like LGBTQ, and I am like really grateful that there is. But I feel like every gay movie, every like lesbian relationship or gay relationship in a movie is very over sexualized in the movie. It's not like as romantic movie. You just don't get like your typical like rom-com for LGBTQ. I just think that there should be a lot more like movies that are going in and out of cinema that are like LGBTQ, so that there is more representation. But like I suppose if they'd done that, there would probably be complaints. I don't know if you heard about Toy Story. There was like literally like a 3-second scene of two mothers collecting their child from school or something. I haven't seen it personally, but apparently outrage, petitions trying to get it taken out, saying that's ridiculous, saying that we shouldn't be teaching our kids this. Like, what? But yeah, I do think there should be a lot more representation in like more like famous movies and bigger movies. Luckily we do have a lot of celeb representation lately. Miley Cyrus, Kalani, Lauren Haregi, Bella Thorne,
Me and my girlfriend.
and Tana Mojo. I don't even think I can say that right, but yeah. Yeah, so we're lucky in that sense. So I think I'm gonna just leave that here for this video. But if everyone wants to just like and subscribe, you know, the usual, check out my social media, so on so on. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little rant, and I hope to record something again very soon for you guys. And yeah, bye!